You're listening to the Fictioneers podcast.
Previously on Weave.
All of you wake to this screech. There was a client. A ship of theirs went missing. The water about 10 miles out, all stone. The closer you get, you realize it's like the head and neck of this massive serpent.
There's just like a part of me that, like, I don't know. I have this weird feeling that the sand is a lie, so the sand is a lie.
Hippodamo, you fall through the sand. Turns around and you see this like pale albino face of an anglerfish. You can see 5 more appear behind it. Roll initiative. Hello, everyone. My name is Clark, and you're listening to the Fictioneers podcast. This campaign, Weave, is the result of a collaborative world building between all 6 of us, myself, and the players. Say hello, players.
Yes, Chef!
Weave is a D&D 5th edition actual play focused on creating a wondrous world and exploring character growth. And while we'll be learning more about the world of Weave soon, right now, it's time to roll initiative.
I just rolled a nat 20.
Let's go. Your boy Hippodam was fucking dying today.
Yeah, no doubt.
That was a decent first roll, you know? Not too bad.
Yeah, I got a straight 10. Perfect right down the middle.
You know, I want to know. Why am I missing half of my health?
Because last episode you were thrown into a fucking cart.
Yeah, and then I had to drag your ass through a windstorm, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was windy, and you are a bird.
Do we want to let that ride?
We did a short rest. We let that shit ride. Yeah.
Actually, in all seriousness, there probably would have been time on the ship for a short rest, I imagine.
Yeah, it's only an hour, right? For a short rest.
Okay. For the purposes of this combat, we'll say you all got a short rest. So you're back at full health.
Yeah, baby, let's go.
Okay, so the order is going to be everyone, then one group of anglermen, and then Hippodamo.
Oh, Hippodamo.
Hippodamo's having a day.
So Hippodamo, Julia, standing at about a little bit over 4 feet high. In your torchlight, you can see this sickly, pale, humanoid shape. It has a long face that widens towards an inhumanly wide jaw. Teeth kind of stick up like hooks up to where its nose would be, except there's no nose, just like 2 little holes. For eyes are these kind of gem-like geodesic silver orbs, and atop their head is this little pale yellow light dangling down like some sort of bobber. When it opens its mouth to scream, you kind of see this black ichor almost like sliding around its mouth and just rows upon rows of teeth. The one in front of you in its right hand holds a spear of an implaceable material and a roughshod leather net in its left hand made out of what you do not hope to know. And there are several figures behind it that this one in front of you alerts you to. Around you, the area, you are stuck in the middle of kind of a sand pit. The sand from the sandfall above you is still falling down on you. Roll me an athletics check to see if you dropped your torch when you fell.
Not good. Athletics, that is an 11.
That's enough to hold the torch. It's just a torch. Yeah, so your torch is still in your hand. The room is large and cavernous, much larger than you would think the inside of that massive serpent would be, and it was already quite large. Around you can kind of see like bits of rope and a bow of a ship kind of sticking up from out of the sand. Seems like its rigging has fallen all over the place. When we zoom out, we, the audience, see that this sand pit is in the pattern for woe in Psychnosian fortune-telling.
Sorry, it's actually not. It's not woe. It is the symbol for the void, which is woe.
Yes, that is correct. The cavern is made out of the obsidian-like material. It looks even more oily down here, though. Hippodama, I want you to give me a reception check. You're in dim light. Do you have dark vision?
I do not.
Okay, so it's just going to be with disadvantage, a perception check.
That's a 9.
Hard to see in here. You can see some figures behind this angler man, but you can't see anything else. The torch, when it shines upon him, you can actually see a little bit through... Not him. This angler man is without gender. You can actually see a little bit through to its bones and its organs because its skin is so translucent. Top of the round is Fee. Fee, you watch as Hippodamo fell through kind of this pit of sand in the back of the serpent's mouth. He's gone. You don't see him. What do you do?
I'm gonna fucking jump down there. Though, point of order, actually. Did we all fall at the end of last episode? I thought we all fell.
No.
No, it was just me.
Just Hippodamo.
And I called up, it's an illusion, right as the anglerman appeared.
Okay, with that being the case, I'm gonna look down. How far does this jump look?
What jump?
Well,
It's just solid ground beneath you.
I can't see. Okay, we're fucking jumping. Let's go.
You just start jumping on top of this?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get down there.
Roll me a luck check. Straight D20.
4.
Okay. What does Fee believe about this sandpit in this moment?
She believes it's an illusion. She's going to believe Hippodamo.
All right. So jumping on it does nothing. I'll say that uses your movement for the turn.
Yeah, that's fine. I think seeing that isn't working, I think Fee's gonna like kneel down and try to take a closer look at this, or try to like just feel the sand and be like, okay, I know this is an illusion. I know Hippodamo just fell down there. There has to be a way down here, and it's just gonna try to figure out a path.
So, like, you're just going to grab the sand and, like, observe it and understand how it's working?
Yeah, I'm trying to just understand, like, either magically what's going on, or just trying to put it in layman's terms. I'm asking for an Arcana or an investigation check.
Give me Arcana to understand magically what is happening here.
That's a 19 on the die for a 24.
Okay, so you grab this sand. How does Fee imagine sand normally is?
Probably incredibly technically. Like, Fee probably thinks about sand as, like, sand is either, like, shells or rock or, like, some sort of earthy material that has been ground down not as fine as clay,
but to a semi-fine state that is semi-porous.
and has a roughness to it. And also probably, like, you know, thinks about all the technical shit about sand, like what it can be used for, how it can be turned to glass. Very, very technical.
So compared to normal sand, this seems to have a quality of it is changing according to how you interact with it, right? When you kind of grasp your hand, it almost seems to like form solid. And when you release, it's almost like it's like a non-Newtonian fluid.
I think noting this, what Fee is going to do is Fee is going to stand straight up and try to like put her feet as close together as possible to like limit as much as possible like the amount of her own surface area that is touching the sand, and stand still to try to let herself sink into it rather than trying to force herself into it.
I think that works. You drop down. Give me an acrobatics check as you land in the pit with Hippodamo.
13.
All right, you are not gonna take a D8 of damage.
Oh yeah? Does that count for my action as well? All of that stuff?
Yeah, doing the Arcana check I think would count as your action.
That's fair. That was a lot of work. I'm going to call up and say, just go and stand still.
Everyone except for TJ and Juliet, roll me a perception check.
That would be a medium 10. Thank you.
That would be a 23.
A 14.
Bon, you hear what Fee just said. Mark and Zelda, you hear...
Oi! I can't. They're underneath us. They must be suffocating.
They're fine. I heard them. Fix your ears next time. Stand still in the middle. Follow my lead.
Arlo, it is your turn.
Stand in middle. Be calm like water.
Become? What do you mean? They've disappeared.
I don't know how clearer to explain it. Stand still and be calm.
I will do my very best to put all of my limbs in close, and I will try to stay still.
You falter, and you land in the pit. Roll me a acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
I believe in you, Mark.
Unfortunately, that's gonna be an 8 for me.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it. I'm gonna roll some damage here.
Damages.
It's gonna hurt a little bit.
Alright, take 4 points of bludgeoning damage from this fall. You land really hard. It's almost like you're landing on solid ground.
Ouch. Alright.
But in front of you, you see this figure that I described earlier. It's a dark room besides the torchlight of Hippodamo.
And Fee's fire hair.
Roll me a perception check.
You got it. I was rolling so well, and then I wasn't. That's gonna be a 3.
It's fucking dark.
Yeah.
Dark as shit.
I don't see shit. I'm gonna call out, Hippodamo! Fee!
I'm right here. I am holding a torch.
Follow the glow of my hair.
This Anglerman's getting kind of close to Hippodamo. Spear out, net ready to throw.
Oh boy. Can I see it now? If I let myself adjust to the light.
Yes, it's at the edge of the torchlight.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Mind Sliver. It's the first thing that Arlo can think of. And
First thing on his mind.
Yo.
Yeah, the slivering of it all. I will need this Angler Man to make an intelligence saving throw.
They're actually very smart. 20 and all of them.
They all have their doctorates.
DC is 14.
That is a failure.
Beautiful. Okay. Oh, max damage.
Yeah, we love to see it.
Okay, that's a 6 on the die there. So he's going to take 6 psychic damage, and then he is going to subtract 1d4 from his next saving throw. That'll be my turn. But my thought was, go for his brain hole.
What does this spell look like when you cast it?
It actually doesn't look like much. I hardly move. You can tell that I am saying something. There is a verbal component, but it's quite subtle, and then all of a sudden there's just this overwhelming gray shockwave that doesn't come from me, but surrounds the head of this anglerfish creature.
I think we see like bits of static flickering as this thing cries out in pain. It screams, kneels, but catches itself, gets back up, and then starts twirling its net in anticipation of what it's going to do with it in like 17 billion rounds because, you know, it rolled shitty initiative. Zelda/Genevieve, your go. You're up top.
Do I recognize this as a basin of sand that would look similar to what's at the top of my divining tower?
I think when you get down, you can make an Arcana check, and we'll see if you recognize it.
Okay, but I do not recognize it from the top then.
Right, yeah, it just looks like the back of a massive serpent's mouth.
Okay, I, as instructed, am going to stand still, assuming that there is some sort of drop. I'd like to have my wings ready to enter flight as soon as I pass through the sand.
Yeah, I'll say you don't have to roll a saving throw for this, because I think we talked Psychnosion's just kind of birdie. I think it makes sense that you wouldn't have.
I have wings.
Oh, you do have wings? Literal
Yeah,
wings?
I have literal wings.
This has come up before.
Sick. Oh.
They're on the underside of the arm.
Yeah, the arms are the actual wings, but yeah, Genevieve's arms are covered in feathers.
Hell yeah, love that. Y'all watch as, like, gracefully in the flickering torchlight, as, like, sand is, like, raining down upon her head, floating down with wings, sets down gently, inhumanly gracefully, as all Psychnosians like to be. Genevieve, what are you going to do for your action this turn? You see... Actually, roll me a perception check.
There it is.
With disadvantage because it's out of torchlight.
Well, I rolled a 15 on the first die and a 7 on the second.
Fucking dark. It's fucking dark. But there is one Anglerman in front of you that you can clearly see, and you can maybe see some figures in the back behind him.
I can make the figures out?
Yeah, you'd be attacking them with disadvantage if you were attacking them.
That's hilarious. You think that I'm attacking anything? I'm a fucking wizard. I'm gonna cast sleep on their asses.
Cast sleep on their asses. Alright, cast and sleep, what level?
You know what? I'll cast it at 2nd level, because I got a spell slot back with Arcane Recovery.
What's the area of effect on sleep?
90 feet.
90 feet? Oh yes, you could technically catch all of these Anglermen in the area of sleep.
Oh, okay, sorry. I choose a point within 90 feet, and then it's a 20-foot radius from the point that I choose.
Also, you could catch 4 of these Anglermen in the area of effect.
Great. Let me roll those 78. Our first big fucking die roll of the game with multiple dice. I rolled fucking great. Give me 1 second here.
What number is great? I've never heard of the number great.
Oh, it comes after 7 and before 9.
That's 8. Common misconception.
Clark, I rolled 40 hit points worth of sleep.
Fuck. Alright.
And
Well-
it starts with the one who has the least amount of hit points.
Somnus te teniat.
All right, the angler man in front of you falls asleep, and you can see a shape behind him fall over as well. And you can feel like, the magic of this sleep spell, like arcing and weaving throughout the cavern. And it connects with a third figure, and the figure turns and like stares not directly at you, but through you.
All right, superb. She'll call out and say, "Now, let's focus on the ones who are still up, huh?"
All right, then we go to Bon.
All right. Yeah, I'll follow everyone else's lead and stand in the middle of this pit, chill out, and drop down. I have dark vision, so what can I see?
Behind this now asleep anglerman, you see 6 more. 1 is on the ground. 5 are kind of against a wall. 3 of them are like seem to be working, clawing at the wall almost. 2 are like looking down at a person who's fallen onto the ground. They seem to be in the middle of like messing with them or taking stuff off of them.
Okay.
Hard to say, but it looks like they're eluding perhaps a human woman.
Okay.
You can't really see that well from this distance because it's still dim.
While I'm falling, can I aim for the 2 that are looting? I want to land on top of them.
You want to land on top of this. That would be landing on hard ground. Give me an acrobatics check, actually.
Yeah.
Before you...
I'm good at acrobatics. That's a 19.
Ooh, a 19. Okay, so here's what I'll give you. You can take that and fall into the sand pit safely, or you can do some Hong Kong wire work, land on the ground and do a roll in front of the area where there's like 6 of these things, and I'm going to have you take a d6 of damage when you land.
So I'll be like right next to these things. How far will I be away from these things if I land in the pit?
They would have to use their action to get to you.
Okay, so it'd be like 30 feet away, basically. Yeah, I'm gonna say fuck it, and I'll take the damage to land near them.
That's going to be 5 damage.
Nothing. I'll take that.
Baby damage for baby gaming.
So you land, they can get to you on their next turn and attack you if they wanted to.
Excellent, but this means I can get to them.
Yeah, and you can see that the 2 that are sort of like looting a person, they are looting a human woman, probably mid-40s, has the regalia of the public rescue service on her. Around her mouth and her eyes, you can see like the veins are kind of black. Her stomach is like covered in sand, and there's black ichor that's been like rubbed over her mouth by these 2 anglermen. What would you like to do for your action?
I'm gonna attack one of these anglermen.
All right, roll a hit.
So I land, do a little roll to attack. Ooh, 15 on the die, plus 6, 21.
Yeah, are you taking with your fist or the whip?
Whip, my brave. Alright, so that is, max damage for 8. So I land, do a roll, land up next to these guys, and then like as I'm raising up, I kind of shoot the braid out of my hand, kind of like Slurping, get over here type, right?
Yeah, and so you grab the whip, this little braided up rope from your hip, throw it. Actually, is it from your rope or is it just straight up shooting from your hand?
I was like, while I was falling, I was like wrapping it around my arm, right? Because in battle mode, I usually wrap it around one of my arms for easier access.
Yeah, and you hit this one square.
I crack him right in the face with the whip. I just aim the crack right there, right?
Yeah, and the entire cavern sort of reverberates with a sonic boom. The torch flickers.
All right, flurry of blows, and I'm going to attack 2 more times.
Shit.
Come on, baby. All right, lowest is a 14.
That'll hit.
Perfect. So first attack is maximum damage again for 8, and then second attack is 2 plus 4, 6, 8 plus 6.
Exactly lethal.
Perfect.
We all watch as Bon jumps down, does a roll.
Fuck yeah.
I'll pull him to me. Like, I'll just do the straight, get over here! And pull him to me, and catch him neck-wise, and just smash him on the ground, and a knee right to the chest.
When you do that, the Gorman falls over, and from its chest, we hear a really devastating as it falls to the ground. And when we look at its chest, you can see black ichor is flowing out.
All right, and then I'll just get in a ready stance, get ready for the fight.
We've got 2 asleep, 1 dead. 2 of them are on this round. So you watch as 2 of the anglermen see what they're gonna do this turn. One of them is gonna like get between you and this woman.
Okay.
Approaches and is going to, I think, just try to hit you as hard as possible with its spear.
This thing's gonna one-shot me, and I'm gonna lose so much aura.
What is your AC?
16.
Yeah, it does not beat a 19 to hit.
Perfect. See, it's gonna destroy me.
No, Bon!
Clark, wait, before you roll. Did you already roll?
Yeah.
Never mind. I can't portent if you've already rolled.
Oh, you wanted at the miss?
I was going to make it miss, but I have to call it before you roll, so...
If I don't give you time, you have my permission to be like, you didn't give me time, fuck you. That's the rule for this campaign.
Alright, then Clark, you didn't give me time.
You have to say, you didn't give me time, fuck you.
Oh, sorry, you didn't give me time, fuck you. The second hit doesn't hit. You roll a 6.
I think what it looks like is like, we see a hit connect with Bon. We see Bon bleed sand from an open wound in his chest. Genevieve, what does it look like when you portent?
I think during the first attack, Genevieve's eyes start to glow that magenta color that her magic is, and her head tilts back a little bit as she stares down her nose towards Bon. We see her clawed hand reach out and twist as if she is altering fate itself. And what was an attack that was going to strike true, Bon watches as it shifts with a different timeline where it misses and goes next to him.
The change that manifests is that there's a piece of rope by this creature's foot. That piece of rope kind of jumps up and slams against the creature, moving the blow out of the way. Second, Anglerman's going to go in and try to hit Bon.
I've done all I can.
I'm not stressed about it.
That's going to miss too.
Perfect. Now that I'm ready, I hold my rope taut and basically like catch the weapon with the rope, tie it, redirect it.
The two not between you and the woman are trying to go up to the dead Anglerman and drag him away. Bon, you do get an attack of opportunity from one of them because you're within melee.
Oh, not great to hit. I don't think that hits. It's only a 10.
These two Anglermen grab this corpse and start dragging it away. They start kind of screeching as they walk off into a corridor, pitch black. Like there's a certain point where they just walk through and you cannot see, even with dark vision. So that leaves 2 enemies up, 2 asleep, 1 dead, I believe. Hippodamo.
The goat.
Hell yeah. Okay. I'm gonna give myself Divine Favor, which I think looks like, you know when you're praying the rosary, how you thumb through a bunch of beads as you're saying the prayer? Hippodamo's holy symbol that he's wearing, I think is just a leather cord, fashioned like a rosary, but instead of beads, it's a bunch of knots. Like, I don't know how many are on a rosary, but like 24 knots on this leather cord around his neck. And he's just gonna thumb through them as he incants a little prayer. So I'm gonna give myself Divine Favor, which is just I deal an extra d4 radiant on my hits for the next minute. I will move to the nearest non-sleeping Anglerman.
Yeah, I think you can get out of the sand pit and walk up to where Bon... We'll say you can make it.
Okay. And then I'll just smack. Let's see, that is a 21 to hit.
So when you go up to... You drop your torch, you get out of the pit.
I'm gonna just use my longsword. I'm not gonna drop for the halberd. I have a sword on me. Alright, that is a whopping 5 slashing and 4 radiant damage for a total of 9.
9 whole hamages. That is definitely a lot of hamages. You hit this thing like kind of like on the side, and you can see that black ichor spilling out of this one too. With your torch super close, you can see this thing's stomach. You can see its black beating heart. And the light from its bulb is basically just extinguished in comparison to your torch's brightness.
And yeah, I'll just sit here near Bon. I try and help defend this person who's helpless on the ground.
One of them actually has like a large gourd on its back. They look at each other and shrug. So I think one can move now. And he's gonna do nothing, because that's not gonna hit, so he's kind of like, he sees shit's going bad. And he's just gonna try to walk into the darkness. Hippodamo, give me a attack of opportunity.
Get him, Hippodamo.
18 to hit.
Alrighty, roll damage.
Damages.
9 slashing plus 1 radiant for 10.
Boom shakalaka, this boy's dead.
Bye-bye.
Describe how you boom shakalaka this Anglerman.
I think Hippodamo fights like someone out of a manual. Hippodamo does not throw a good cut. Hippodamo throws the canonical cut, right? This is a very long practiced form, a perfect sweeping upward cut that catches, it turns to leave, so catches the Anglerman across the back and rends him low.
And yet, the Anglerman falls. The other one looks, cannot move because it is not its turn. We go to the top of the round with Fee. Fee, there's a still up Anglerman in front of Hippodamo and Bon. You could get there this turn if you wanted to.
There are 2 asleep at the moment, correct?
Yeah.
How far away are the ones that are asleep from the one that is currently up?
So, the ones that are asleep, there's one in front of you at like 10 feet in front of you, and then there's one 40 feet away from that. The one that's up is like right near the sleeping one. So 40 feet, that's your answer.
Gotcha. So what I'm wondering, it sounds like the sleeping one and one of the up ones they're the only ones that are kind of grouped together at the moment. The others are kind of disparate.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm going to go up to the one that is up, who's next to one of the sleeping ones. I'm going to get over there, because that's 40 feet away, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I have 35 feet of movement. I get over there fine. I'm going to go over there, and as Fee is running, she is going to, like, pull a lever on her chest to activate her arcane armor, and we watch as, like, the crystal in her left hand glows an even brighter red, and we watch as red light shoots through up her glaive into her chest. We see, like, these large different dials on her chest come to life, measuring different pressure amounts, and as she gets close to the two anglermen, she pulls another lever in her right leg, and we watch as her boot transforms into what looks like a large block of metal, and as she gets up there, she raises her foot and slams it down, casting Thunderwave on the sleeping one and the awake one.
That's it.
The sleeping one auto fails. The awake one needs to make a Constitution saving throw DC 13.
That's a failure.
All right, they are both going to take 7 thunder damage.
They're both going to take that, and the sleeping one wakes up because it took damage.
Okay, then that's me.
Next up is Arlo. There's still a sleeping one in the sandpit, and then there's 2 by Hippodamo, Bon, and I guess now Fee.
Okay, I am going to, seeing everybody being really impressive, I am going to kind of gather myself. I straighten up a little bit, and I kind of shake out my arms a little bit, and then I am going to lift my right hand, and I am going to point it at the sleeping one that just woke up, and I am going to cast Chaos Bolt. And I'm also going to spend a sorcery point to twin that. So I will originally have my hand out towards the one, and then as you see chaos energy gather in my hand, I just kind of look over to the other one. There's a moment where my eyes kind of glitch. There's just a shudder of strange glitch energy that goes from my eyes all the way down my body. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make a spell attack.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know why. I totally thought you were going to say, I cast Finger of Death. I was like, you have that?
Can you imagine?
Mark, give me a charisma saving throw.
Okay, a charisma save, that is going to be a 19.
You feel like the hand on the back of your head, just like a little bit of pressure there as you cast this spell and you push through it, and the spell cast is normal.
Fantastic. So I will roll my 2d8 here. That's going to be 10 plus 4, so 14 damage. And the attack is going to... it's going to be thunder damage. I think there's a little bit of the reverberation from Fee's attack comes back, and you can feel it ripple back, and you can feel it weave back into Arlo and then come back out again.
Fuck yeah.
That's gonna hit them both for, what did I say, 14 damage?
The 2 in front of Diego and Julia?
Yes, yeah.
They both die. Genevieve, give me an Arcana check. Fee, also give me an Arcana check.
Nat 1, baby.
Yeah, your spell did some cool shit, TJ, with that nat 1. What was your roll, Zelda?
I got a 21.
When Arlo twin cast a spell, it was almost like Arlo grabbed the spell from Fee and continued it. You notice there were the 2 twin cast spells from Arlo, and when Arlo sort of grabbed that spell, right, that's not actually what happened. A third spell was cast and given to the arcane control of Arlo.
Duly noted. I will keep that information to myself for now.
Yeah, and I mean, there is a sleeping anglerman in the sandpit, and Genevieve, actually, you can give me another Arcana check immediately.
He honks Schuling hard.
With advantage, because this is your area of expertise.
24.
You see the symbol for the void in this sandpit. You can see a bunch of sail rigging around. No sails, because this is a weave sailing ship, so sails are obsolete here. That's not true. They have sails as a backup emergency, but knots are powerful in the world of weave and cause many a thing to go awry. But yeah, you clearly see that this is an arcane ring. It has had sand dropped through it, and it seems that Hippodamo was its pearl. In Psychnosian fortune-telling, a pearl is dropped through a cat's cradle of string with sand, and based off where the pearl lands, that's the sign you get.
Huh.
Do I see any other signs in the floor, or does it just look like there was one sign and then the Hippodamo dropped?
This would be a really hard perception check to see, but roll me a perception check.
Can I get advantage because I do this shit all the time?
Can I help because I have dark vision and I can see it better? And can I explain it to her, maybe?
This is Genevieve accessing, like, really specialized info, so I'm going to say you can't help here.
Gotcha. No worries. I tried.
I appreciate it.
The disadvantage is because there was just a fight here, sand is still falling down, and it's not necessarily because of the darkness. The darkness doesn't help, but it's the fact that this place has been disturbed, and it is an alien environment for this sort of controlled spellcasting.
Well, it's a modified 20 and a 6, so I don't think so.
You do see some other sort of small arcane signs, but that could be coincidence. But you do see that symbol, and whether or not this was an actual reading or not, you know they can be caused by error, you know you see what you see, and you don't see what you don't see.
Well, this is fascinating. The divination that I practice, falling of sand, a sacred art. The symbol for catastrophe, what we call the void, is splayed out on the floor here, and you, and she points at Hippodamo, were the pearl that fell through the sand to indicate the end of a reading.
What does that mean?
It means doom, obviously, but we have more important things. Some of them got away deeper into this beast.
Yes, and there's at least one victim here. We need to be searching for survivors.
We give chase.
Before we do, we should probably patch up that wound that you have, Bon. Last thing we need is more of your blood to turn into sand on the inside.
A fair point.
It'll be fine. Let's move.
I'm with Bon. I think we should chase after him.
Give me a second and I can fix it. I'll put a hand on Bon's shoulder. Bon, how much are you missing?
I just need 5.
Okay, I'll spend 5 lay on hands.
Thank you, Hippodamo.
Yeah, you're back to full. The wound is closed. Hippodama, you've worked a lot in the public rescue service for the past year. This person on the ground is someone you know. Their name is Anna. They've worked for the public rescue service for about 25 years. Very experienced. They know what they're doing. You can see that there's kind of this black ichor smothered over their face and eyes.
Are they alive?
Dead. For sure.
If their eyes are open, I'll, close them. Did you know them, Hippodamo?
I did. A good sort. Very experienced. Whatever did this... It's possible that they were simply overpowered by the number of assailants down here.
Experience.
Yes, very.
Can I go up and look at some of this black ichor? I grabbed some that was upstairs in the mouth.
And what I want to see is, I just want to pour some of the stuff I got from the mouth out and look at some of the stuff that came from this angler folk. And I want to see, are they the same? Do they just kind of look like the same, but not really? I just want to determine if it's the same stuff or not.
Exactly the same.
Wonderful. That bodes weird.
The other person might be on borrowed time.
Let's move.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quickly grab Anna's public rescue service insignia. I'm just gonna rip that off real quick so that I can bring back something to next of kin.
Yeah, because getting a body out of a incursion is usually too risky because it slows you down. When incursions collapse, that's bad. So that's a good move to not try to take the body.
Real quick, before we go deeper, how high is the ceiling in here? How tall is the pit of sand above us?
Exactly tall enough to force you to take damage when you land if you fail an acrobatics check.
So 10 feet?
No, okay, probably 30 feet. Actually, no. It's 50 feet.
It should have hurt a lot more that we fell down there.
We're just cool. Marq, don't complain.
Yeah, I only took 5 damage.
Hey, fucking narcs. Fucking narcs, all of you.
I'm hardly complaining. I'm just saying that's weird.
I just rolled a 1 on all of my d6s that I rolled. It still works.
Yeah. It should have hurt a lot more when you fell, actually.
Not me, I have wings.
Yeah, congratulations.
Brag about it. And I can see in the dark. Ooh.
How close was, the rope above to the sand pit?
So there's a rope down the mouth, down the throat, to the first sand pit that you fell through? That's what you're asking?
Yeah, that was what we tried to set up.
Yeah, how close is that to the pit above us?
From where you fell, it's 10 feet beyond that.
So 60 feet.
Should we try to secure the way out before we give chase, or...
Let's get moving.
There's a potential survivor. We need to go.
I agree with you, Podamo. Let's move.
Fair enough. Lead the way.
There is a living angler man still in the sand pit, by the way.
Oh,
He's asleep, though.
Oh, yeah, the one that's unconscious, right?
does anyone speak Angler, man? This one probably knows the way.
We saw where the other ones went. Besides, he looks so peaceful. Why not let the man rest?
Yes, but if there are any traps or anything along the way, this one will know.
Can anybody speak it or have a way to speak to them? Because if not, it's probably best we put them down. We don't want a loose end coming up behind us.
Yes, I agree. I'm gonna walk over there, pull out a dagger. Anyone speak Angler? Okay, I'll kill it so it doesn't follow us down this tunnel.
It dies.
Excellent.
And again, that black ichor kind of spills out.
Ugh.
Let's be careful how much of that we're spilling.
I'll try to keep it clean.
Alright, let's go down this tunnel.
Yeah, so that it's tunnel pitch dark, and as soon there's a certain point where you walk through and you realize you're in magical darkness. The torch does not shine. It is completely pitch black, and you can feel the ground under you gets a lot more uneven. There's bigger dips. It's no longer smooth. It's like, oh, hey, here's a little hole that I could trip in after about walking like 5 feet. So I'm going to give you the chance to figure out how exactly you want to tackle this. It is not silent, though. Give me a perception check.
All of us?
Everybody?
Everyone.
It's a 10 for me.
7.
2.
15.
That'll be a 19 for me.
Yeah, I think with the 15 there, Genevieve, you hear someone being dragged across stone, and you hear kind of like the clambering of their little claw feet. On that 19 Arlo, you hear that, and you hear the splashing of water, like it's being kicked up by something.
Does anyone else hear water ahead?
No, I am having trouble seeing or hearing anything, honestly.
Yes, this is muddling my senses.
I can hear our little scaly friends. Probably not the best word, but can you hear them as well, or do you just hear water?
They are ahead. Yeah, no, I hear them too. But something else. Never mind, maybe we'll come across it.
Well, if it's in the same direction, we likely will.
How far away does this water sound?
It's hard to place. It is definitely in this hallway in some way, in this magical darkness in some way.
Like distant? Like it's echoing?
No.
Is it within 30 feet of me?
How are you going about figuring that out?
I am going to put my right hand on my thigh as I walk, and I will just mutter the incantation for shape water. It's a cantrip, so I can just keep doing it. And I'm just feeling for it. It's within 30 feet. I would be able to move some kind of water.
I would like to assist in also a magical way. I would like to cast Mage Hand and have it skitter around in the dark in front of us, trying to look for this water as well.
How far ahead of you can Mage Hand be?
30 feet.
So where are you in the party?
I think I was probably hanging towards the back. I think what I'm doing is I'm having the Mage Hand go out to the sides.
Don't feel anything by going out to the sides. The tunnel kind of smooths. Placing it against the side of the wall, you walk for a bit, you walk for a bit. Who's up front?
I imagine probably me, because I have dark vision. Oh, or Arlo. Me or Arlo.
I'm up front because I'm trying to grab on with shape water.
Yeah. So Arlo would be in front, I'd be behind, and then probably Hippodamo in the middle, because you've got the torch, so... Oh no, it doesn't even work anymore.
Arlo, about 50 feet through this corridor, you get a hit coming from downwards.
Both Genevieve and Arlo?
Not Genevieve. Genevieve's feeling the side of the walls, not the bottom.
It's deep below us. I mean, maybe 30 feet below us. Everyone be careful. I'm not sure if there's a drop-off or something ahead.
Or it could be another illusory floor.
Yes, perhaps we need to calm ourselves again to pass through.
You know, are we thinking about how we're getting back out of here?
One step at a time.
Incursions are strange. An exit usually finds me.
And as long as we stick to Arlo, then we find exit.
Not the most encouraging words, but fair enough. You all seem to have experience navigating these, so I shall defer to your judgment.
We still have more rope, and you can presumably fly, so...
I can glide. and I can go up with a spell. I can only do that one more time, though.
Then we'd best hope we only need one more.
All right, so if you're worried about it, hold on to it.
5 feet in front of you, there's a straight dead drop.
Oh, I found the drop-off.
The fact that you were casting control water meant that you did not fall 30 feet down to your death.
Fuck, okay.
Jesus.
All right. Everyone be careful. We almost could have fallen to our deaths.
Well, mark that the second time today.
We need light. If only Bon can see, there's not much we can do.
Yes, this darkness seems to be affecting the torch.
It's magical darkness. Genevieve, you've got your mage hand. Can you see how far across this dip is?
Genevieve kind of looks at Arlo.
Looks? You can't see Arlo.
I look in Arlo's general direction. I mean, theoretically, but it's not like my mage hand has wings.
No, but it can extend 30 feet, and it's more than nothing.
I forgot that it can float for a moment, I'll be honest.
That happens to the best of us.
No one sees this, but Bon is pinching the bridge of his nose and just kind of muttering to himself. I'm going to die in the belly of a serpent near incompetent mages.
I did not know I would die like this.
So yeah, I will cautiously move towards Arlo. I'll kind of feel my way through the party, so it's alright, there's Fee's back, and there's Hippodamo's back, and there's Bon's back.
It's my butt! You're getting handsy,
I will say, point of order too, even in the darkness, you can probably tell where Fee is just because of, the heat radiating off of them.
Alright, there's Hot, and there's Fur, and there's Bon.
Oh, my ass!
Careful where you put
What is
that.
up with these acknowledgements, huh?
Look, I got your shoulder, Hippodamo.
You understand that those who adhere to knightly orders take a vow of celibacy, yes?
Yes, I touched your shoulder. It's fine.
Scandalous. What will your order think of that?
Shoulders are a very erotic zone in Grecian culture.
That's second base to them.
Duly noted, and I apologize then.
Okay, well, anyone else worried about the giant hole we almost fell into?
Not particularly, but sure, I'll go ahead and throw my hand across.
Of course, you can glide. Of course you're not worried about hole.
Looks like this depression is about 10 feet.
About 10 feet across.
We can make this water into an ice bridge, but it'll only cover about half.
You have water up here?
The water is about 30 feet down, or the liquid you're controlling is about 30 feet down.
Can we make a rope bridge?
We have more rope, I can clear that easily. Point me in the right direction.
I'll drop the water, and then I tried it before, and it didn't work. So I'm a little bit hesitant, but I will put my hand onto the ground, and I will attempt to cast Mold Earth.
Roll me an insight check, Mark.
15.
You feel that little hand. It's been on the back of your head all day, and it's its pressure increases as you cast this spell. And you realize it's trying to shape itself into a somatic component. Not your usual hand motion for Mold Earth, something else.
I've listened to it before, and arguably, this has taught me a lot about the way that I do magic thus far. So I don't have any reason not to try to follow this odd incursion instinct, is how I perceive it.
What is the most recent lie you've told?
I told Fee that everything was gonna be fine and that we definitely had her contract and that we definitely were expecting all of that to happen.
Okay. In order for the spell to function as normal, that must be the verbal component.
There's a deep sigh from the front of the party, and I just turn to Fee and I go, I'm sorry, Fee. We didn't have your contract. It was a mess. We'll still hire you on, but honestly, I don't know what happened.
Okay, we can... That's strange, but we can figure that out, I guess.
To correct you, Arlo, it isn't telling the truth that is the verbal component. It is repeating that lie.
I mean, no, we do have it. We've had it all along. Sorry, I don't know what possessed me to even say anything about it. Everything's fine.
Fee's just really confused.
Alright, can we focus on the task at hand?
Mold Earth goes through as intended. Yeah, everyone else could give me an insight check.
Yeah, that's a natural one.
18.
I also got an 18.
Hey, insightful bitches!
God, I got some good rolls earlier. 4.
Arlo, what do people get on an 18?
Arlo is just as confused as everyone else, though it is very obvious which one of those statements is the truth and which one of those statements is a lie.
Even if you roll the 4?
Yup! Super duper!
Genevieve kind of looks in Bond's general direction, looks back in Arlo's general direction, and says, "Now you are an interesting character. You've got something going on, and I would love to pick your brain when we're out of here."
Honestly, I don't think you want that.
"Oh, no, I do." And Genevieve flashes this big smile that's lost upon the dark.
You just hear a
Did that sound like the most creepy thing to anybody else here? Like, no offense, Genevieve, but that was like campfire horror story creepy.
In my defense, Fee, I did say there was a lovely, disarming smile, but the darkness does, in fact, hide
Is Bridge done yet? Let's move, people.
Yeah, Bridge is
Yeah,
done.
let's move. We're talking move, yes?
As you walk across it, Bond, give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
On the dirty 20, Bond, the sounds below. Did your house growing up have a pond, perhaps?
Yes, we had a pond, we had grounds, small garden.
Yeah, it sounds exactly like that. It sounds exactly like the pond you had growing up. Almost eerily so. And you hear your father say, "I'm going to the capital. Bond, you're in charge until I get back. I'll be back in 6 weeks."
Yeah, you just hear him kind of like shake his head and grumble.
Everyone else roll me a perception check that is not Arlo. Arlo, you don't need to roll me this perception check.
9.
16.
12.
Julia, on a 12, you hear, "We invited everyone who was qualified to handle this incursion."
Hippodama definitely stops, like, in the middle of the bridge when he hears that flashback, and then continues moving.
Fee definitely walks into Hippodamo. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, Fee. I thought I heard something. Voices. Must be the Angloman or something.
Okay.
Genevieve, you hear a conversation you had recently with a diviner, a fellow diviner. I'll check over your results and get back to you as quickly as possible. Fee, you just hear the construction sites of the Arevna Enclave.
Do not let this place play tricks on you. Once I find out who's doing this, I will be held to pay.
Someone give me a luck check.
Not me, I've been rolling
Can I do
shit.
it?
Yeah, sure. Bond.
Yeah, you've been rolling
I
fire.
have been rolling fire. Oh, it's only a 2 on the die.
Oh no!
Yeah, you've just been moving too slow to keep track of these, and you hit a point in this magical darkness because you have to go really slow to not fucking trip, beef it, or anything. And there was a diversion. There's like one passageway that goes further down, and that's like off to the left. There's one that goes a little bit more up, and there's one that just keeps on going straight.
The paths diverge.
Ooh. We heard them dragging the person, right?
We did.
Can I, like, feel along the ground and see if there's any tracks or anything?
All.
Yeah, you feel the ground going left. Slick. There's definitely that ichor is on your hands for sure. On your fur.
To the left, Iker.
That is our path.
I don't like that that's the sign that we're using, but alright then.
It's all I have for you. It wouldn't be the first time I've tracked something by its blood.
Yes, they were dragging something that leaks ichor is the natural way to follow.
I still don't think we should be touching it, but I'm following you, Bon.
I wish I hadn't, but let's save a life.
Yeah, actually, give me Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I'm big chillin'. That's 19.
All right. Yeah, you have the ichor on your hand, but don't seem to feel bad.
I'm gonna make a point to wipe that off, like on the wall, as we're walking.
It's almost like it's being sucked off.
Whatever this ichor is, it's more than just the lifeblood of those creatures. It must permeate this entire place.
Yes, it is linked with this incursion. Must be.
This sucks.
In the distance, y'all hear padding feet. It's almost like a bunch of feet, just one right after another.
Are we sure that we're going to be able to handle whatever is at the end of this tunnel?
Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there?
Yes, the only path is forward.
There's a life on the line. We have to try.
What's the marching order? Super important here.
Yeah, I'll probably go first because I have the dark vision, so I can actually lead.
I'm going to hop up and go behind Bond because I have a high AC, and so if people take aim at me, I am good.
Then I'll be behind Fee.
Then Genevieve, then me.
I thought Genevieve would be taking up the very rear.
You can take it. Yeah, sure.
Alrighty. Walking down this hallway, every once in a while... Bond, you're barefoot, right?
No, I have shoes.
Okay. Every once in a while, you just hear kind of like the squish of that ichor. And you all hear similar splashing to earlier as you approach. And then you walk past a point and you realize, wait a minute, Hippodama walks out with the torch still going. And it's just like, it is bright as fuck. You are out of this magical darkness.
Finally.
Boy, flashbang me, why don't you?
Well, at least that means everyone else can see now.
I mean, my eyes are a bit,
Yeah, your eyes are like a fucking owl's right now.
Yeah, but it also means they can see us. Be on your guard.
About 60 feet ahead of you, you see the flicker of light hitting liquid. Several pools. And you hear that splashing.
More water. Or ichor.
I'm beginning to suspect the latter of everything.
Yeah, let's be careful if it's the latter.
Yes. Be careful not to get dragged into it.
Is there a rock anywhere on the ground or something that is, like, unmoored? To be clear, if not, I'm going to grab, like, garbage from my backpack. But, like, I'm just asking if there's something...
No, I don't think there's anything unmoored.
Okay, I'm just going to grab a little bit of, like, scrap from my backpack and be like, so, idea, whatever is in those pools is not going to be friendly, I think, and maybe we should get them activated on something that's not us. And I hold up the scrap, intending to, like, throw it into the pool. But not right now, just waiting a second.
You don't need to throw away perfectly good materials. I have a head that we can just throw in.
What, you would throw away money instead? This is just scrap metal. This is worthless.
Well, it's half in a hit, actually, TJ.
No, I'm hanging on to the half again.
This is, we found the reason to cut the head in half.
Yeah, let's throw in the money you purposely fucking destroyed. No, I can throw it. It's scrap. It's scrap metal. I grabbed it from a fucking trash can. It's fine. It's fine.
It's in a head. What is it worth?
It's worth in a head.
Legally speaking, it's worth one of itself.
It's the smallest denomination of money. It's fine.
Give me the scrap metal. I'm gonna take the scrap metal. If you were throwing this, shut up. Keep the ahead. I give you back the scrap metal. I was just like gesturing with it, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna toss it fucking into not the closest pool. How far are these pools away from us?
Closest are 60 feet away, so you need to get a little closer.
Oh, okay. I could probably make it from 30 feet, because these aren't like puddles. These are like pools, right?
Yeah, 30 feet, yeah.
I'm going to walk like 30 feet away and toss it in, try to get it into like the meat of the pool, and not just like onto the edge.
The pool goes insane. You see splashing, small, slick, slender bodies. They look kind of like eels, but they have these really, really long, nasty teeth, similar to the anglermen. And you can see ichor getting kicked all over the cavern. And then after a little bit, the pool kind of dies down and goes placid.
Noted, so let's not go in there.
What do you think they are? Pets? Food?
Probably spawn.
Spawn makes sense.
I have an idea, if you'll humor me.
By all means.
Oh, gracious GM, do coins conduct electricity?
What metal?
The ahead?
I'm going to give you a choice of metal on the ahead, I think. Is that in the wiki yet, Julia?
It's on the key terms documents. Your choices are Aquion, which is a high luster blue metal, Hilthrum, a green metal that smells like rain, Taandamite, a pink metal that grows like trees in incursion zones and is frosty, and Zeberon, a black metal that always appears polished.
I thought a head was made of a certain metal.
Heads are made of one of those metals. The higher values of coin are multiple metals smushed together.
I see, thank you, okay. I'm gonna say that these ahead are Taandamite.
Alright, yeah, that conducts electricity.
Cool. I produce like a handful of Taandamite, and I am going to place them on the ground near us in a circle. And I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp, and I want to see if lightning will arc across them.
Magical lightning, magical metal. Yeah, I think that tracks.
Hell yeah, okay. Then Genevieve looks up and says, let's try something, shall we?
I like this idea.
And she produces the rest of her Tenahid and scatters them towards one of the pools without, like, going into it, right? Or maybe, no, I think one goes in.
Okay, as soon as it goes in, splashing goes crazy.
And I think at that, she shocking grasps the line of coins.
That totally works. Yeah, that's fine. That works.
Hell yeah,
I cannot promise this will work in the future.
That's fine. I'll take it now.
Actually, roll me an Arcana check as you do that. As you have the idea, like, maybe this will work.
You got it. 15.
Something's funky and weird about how it's arcing. It is not going in the shortest possible path. Something is fucking with magic here. Something is fucking with, like, the truth of things here.
Great. Fantastic. Okay. What happens when the lightning hits the pool?
Roll damage.
Nice.
Unless it's a saving throw, then I will make the saving throw.
It is not. It is damage. 3 lightning damage.
3 lightning damage. And also roll me a d6. The numbers you don't want are 5 or 6.
You got it.
Come on, low.
That's 6.
Go, boy!
Uh-oh.
Yeah! I'm ecstatic!
Yay!
You shocking grasp, and suddenly the pool goes placid. And you see as, like, this ichor kind of, like, swells to, like, a hump. And then out walks this massive multi-legged eel, and it, you know, like with all of its different legs onto the ground. It's wet, fleshy legs that are humanoid, and this eel is maybe 25 feet long, and along it you see a bunch of, like, anglermen, almost like grasped on. They're covered in this weird film, and it looks like they're almost, like, suckling on this eel. They're, like, in this weird fetal position.
I hate
Genevieve?
it so much!
And
Genevieve, I don't like this idea anymore.
its teeth are long enough, you realize, like, the spear you saw one of the anglermen holding earlier is one of these things' teeth.
I also don't like this idea anymore.
And we're gonna go to initiative.
That sucks.
You're the only one I can count
That
on!
sucks.
Soldier on! Steal yourself, Hippopotamus!
These fucking wizards are going to get us killed, Bob. I've only known you 3 days,
So
and
we
you're
have
already
to
my
run,
favorite.
right? Like, we have to run away, like, now. Okay.
No, we can do it. We can do it.
For sure.
We can totally do it.
TJ, blow my dice. I'm cooking. You gave me the breath of luck, my friend.
Oh, bad.
Mark, glad to see we're at the bottom.
Well, I've been rolling shit until this fucking initiative roll.
Wow, okay, Bond, that roll is fucking critical.
19 plus 4, baby.
Because the order is gonna be Bond, Eel, Fee.
Alright. How far away is this eel from me?
15 feet? 15? Yeah, because, like, you shocking grasp, I would say, you know, use, like, handful of coins. 15 feet.
Perfect. I'm gonna whip it. Move 5 feet up and just whip it. Because I have reach on my whip.
You have 10 feet of range?
Yeah, my whip.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so good. That's so good.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use one of my homebrew features to make this a viper thing.
Hell
so
yeah!
It's gonna have to make a roll if I hit it. 11 plus 6 is 17. Come on, 17!
Oh, yeah, that'll hit. That'll hit.
Excellent. Alright. That is 6 damage, and must make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. The 20 pass?
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, it just takes 6 damage.
What would happen if it failed?
It would have been blinded until the end of my next turn.
Oh, it's already blind.
Oh. Well, works out.
You know that about this now.
Yeah.
I think what happens is you hit it across the eyes, and it doesn't seem to do anything to it. But it is going to take 6 damage.
Don't use their eyes to see! I'm gonna use my bonus action for patient defense to dodge.
You're within the eel's space, so you don't get an attack of opportunity when it moves. It just slithers past you. And it goes to the direction of the magic that harmed it.
Oh, good.
Which is conveniently a group of, I count, 4 players. I want all of you to roll me Constitution saving throws as this thing opens its mouth and sprays you with that.
Constitution save, I think that's, for me, gonna be a 17.
Ooh, nice.
18.
Ooh, nice.
14.
Oh god, that's a 3? Okay, a 4?
Oh no!
All right, Julia, you failed that Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, real bad.
So for the next turn, you are basically gonna have to spit this stuff out of your mouth.
Okay.
Like, it is so inhumanly bitter and disgusting that you can only help but retch. On your turn, remind me to ask you to make another Constitution saving throw. Let's see, those who fail take 3 points of poison damage, and those who succeeded take 1, because I'm feeling nice.
What was the DC?
12.
What type of damage?
Poison.
I have resistance to poison damage. What does that mean if I take 1 damage? Do I still take 1 or do I take 0?
You are made of rock. We'll say you take no damage. And I'm going to say 2 of these anglermen slough off the back of this eel, and they're kind of getting their grips, and they're both going to go at Bob.
They have disadvantage because I dodged.
No.
It's fine. They have disadvantage. They're not going to hit me.
Bad, fishy, bad.
So that's definitely missing.
See?
That's definitely missing, yeah. And they're just going at you with claws. They look like kind of unsteady, almost like newborns, as they're like stumbling, trying to catch their weight under their own legs, which they've never had to do before.
As they flail at me, I'm just like tapping their wrists and getting them just slightly out of the way, you know? Minimum effort.
Yeah, you look graceful in comparison to these two.
Yeah, I'm just like tap, 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 right? With my forearms.
Yeah. Then next, feet.
Okay. Just so I understand the battlefield at the moment.
We have Momma, for a lack of a better word, and then we have these two little, these little guys. How far away are they from Momma at the moment? Are they like within 10 feet?
They're next to Momma. They're all within Momma's sphere of influence.
Okay. Fee has these very 2 large, like, analog panels that are measuring pressure on her chest. She's going to go below one of them and twist a knob. And when she twists that knob, oil starts pouring out of her armor as she casts grease. Grease is going to, like, wet a 10-foot square trying to get both of these guys and then a little bit under the mom. So the effect of that is, in the moment of doing that, they both need to make DC 13 deck saves.
The Momma succeeds because she's got so many fucking legs that grip is not a problem for her. One's going to succeed with 17, and the other one's going to fail with an 8.
Cool. And then object interaction. And if there's any blowback from this, like if Fee takes damage from this, she will gladly take damage from this. Fee is going to bend down and get her hair in the oil to light the entire slick on fire.
Does anyone know what the damage for lighting grease on fire is in Baldur's Gate? Because that's what I'm going to go with here. I don't know what that damage number is, but I know it's balanced.
1d4 fire damage per round.
TJ, I want you to roll me a luck check. Anything below a 5 is bad news for you.
That's a 16.
All right, yes, it lights on fire just as normal.
Wonderful.
If they're all going to take a d4 right now, it's going to be 3.
Do I take that 2 as blowback or not?
You're right on the edge. Take it reduced to 2.
Well, I have, fire defense, so I would half it anyway. It doesn't need to be reduced.
Take 1 damage, because, fire resistance,
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, next up, I believe, is Hippodamo. This gross, creepy eel thing is sitting in front of you.
Yeah, okay. I would love... Oh, I have to retch, don't I? Is that my action, essentially?
That is your action. Also roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, con save. That's 15.
There was something kind of wiggling in that juice, and you spit it out.
Gross. Love that. Okay. And now that's only consumed my action, right? I still have my bonus action?
Yeah, you still have your bonus action.
Okay, I would like to cast Compel Duel on the eel.
Okay.
I'll, pull off my little knotwork rosary and whip it at the eel. Give me a DC 12 Wisdom save.
Does it require it to be able to see?
No. I must be able to see it.
You can see it, and it is going to succeed, unfortunately.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you use your action, bonus action, you stop retching, you spit out whatever that gross thing is. Yeah?
Then I am just going to... The ground's on fire, lighting this all up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to drop the torch and move closer to the eel. I just make it so that I am the closest creature to it.
You're right up in this thing's face at this point. Arlo.
I am going to cast Magic Missile. That's gonna be 12 damage to it. Por favor.
Wow, that's a lot of fucking damage. I think this thing shrieks. You can see it coughs up some of this ichor. It gets hit by magical bolts. What do these bolts look like? Are they kind of like static like your other spell, or are they something else?
They're like globs of black void. They seem to absorb light, and they have kind of a weird greenish tinge around the edges of them, but they almost look like they're like negative space.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, they just slam against this creature, and they disappear as soon as they are conjured. But it seems to have really hit the hell out of this creature. All right, and next up is Genevieve.
Tell me about the room. There's more of these pits, or is this just like this came out of the biggest pit?
This came out of the biggest pit. There's 2 more smaller pools.
Okay. I'm going to cast Sleep where the 2 anglermen are next to Bon at first level. Not nearly as good of a roll as the first time. That is 18 hit points worth of sleep.
I'm so sorry you were 1 off.
No! Let me double count real quick. Yeah, no, that is 18. Okay. Well, fuck. I tried.
Hey, good effort, good effort.
They'd both taken 3 damage.
Alas. Okay. Well, Genevieve tries to make them sleep and sees that they didn't. Is the eel right next to me?
You could walk up to it and hit it.
No, I'm gonna back up a little more, thanks.
Okay. You're just gonna have like a reach of like 10 because it is a big boy.
Don't say that.
If you leave its range, it will get an attack of opportunity.
Never mind, I'll just stand here and let it hit me.
Fair enough. Top of the round, Bon.
Alright. How far away is this thing still from me? It just moved to the other side of me, but it's still within 10 feet of me.
It's still within, yeah, like this is like a 25-foot long creature.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it. That's only a... math. 14 to hit.
14 to hit will be enough.
Hey! Alright, that's 5 damage.
You get a good punch in.
Alright, and bonus action, I'm attacking again. Not flurry of blows, though, just a single attack. Okay, this is higher than 14, 16, so it hits. And this one is 3 plus 7 damage. 7 plus 5, 12.
This thing is bloody.
Excellent. It's Fortitude is flagging! Bring it down!
At the start of its turn, its body is going to start undulating. Oh, and it and the anglermen are going to take damage from the fire. As are the other 2 anglermen. He's going to take 2.
I forgot about the fire. I guess sleep would have been a waste because they would have just gotten right back up.
And feet, its legs are going to run through the fire and try to wrap around you with a constrict attack.
I'm guessing this is like a dex save?
No, it has to hit. It's a 23 hit.
So here's what happens. The tentacles reach out and they begin to wrap around Fee. And right before they wrap around, Fee reaches down and grabs right in the middle of her chest, grabs a little lever, pulls it, and a wall of bright blue force bursts outward as Fee casts Reaction Shield. AC goes up to 25, baby.
Yes.
That's the way to do it. 25, holy shit.
Artificers have high AC.
This eel tries to clothesline you with its own body by having basically the bottom half of a shitload of linebackers just runs past you, and you just hold your hand up as they have to kind of recoil back, realizing no, you are an immovable object in this moment. And then the eel's going to try to bite Hippodamo.
Okay.
Is a 20 gonna hit?
Yeah, I only have 16 AC.
Well, I am rolling garbage today. 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And it's bloodied. Yeah, it'll use its bonus action. It kind of does a swallow, and you watch as one of the anglermen on the side sort of and it's gonna gain that many hit points.
Oh, love that.
Health potions?
That ain't a health potion, dog. This thing's fortitude is certainly significantly improved. The 2 anglermen in front of Bon are gonna attack Bon.
Do it.
It's gonna miss. Hey! We finally get a hit here.
Yay, I'm dead. Kill me. Come on.
That's gonna be 5 piercing damage to you, Bon.
No, that's the hell that Hippodamo just healed up on me.
When you get bit, sand starts to drop from the wound. And they're going to move out of the fire now, which means Bond will get an attack of opportunity against one of them, unfortunately. But
That's a 22. Damage is 5.
Are they still covered in grease, though?
Are they still covered in grease? Well, the grease lit on fire.
Okay, so it's all burned off, essentially.
I don't think they're covered in grease, but the ground is still burning. Everyone roll me a perception check. The fire is crackling and roaring. It is loud, but there is stuff happening.
Nat 20.
Bond, with that natural 20, in the far distance, over the roar of battle, you hear someone yelling in Kalamkari, "Help! Help!"
Someone else is here! A survivor!
On a natural 20, you hear 4 other people in Cartographer's Common being like, "Be quiet. They're going to try to feed us again."
Clark, that sucks.
No, Chef.
Friend, bud, that sucks.
There's a whole group of them.
All the more reason to kill it. Full power at this thing.
Bring it down with everything you've got.
All right. Next in the order, I believe, is Fee. Fee, it's your turn.
Yay. Fuck. I had a whole plan of that. Okay. Remind me of the layout of the battlefield again.
So in front of you is the eel. In front of Bon are 2 anglermen who have left the fire. So they got out of Bon's way. To the left and the right of the eels are some pools full of that good liquid. And then behind it, there's another pool full of similarly that good liquid.
Is the big eel, does it have any part of it in the water?
No.
Okay. How did it respond to the fire? Did it seem like it hurt it normally?
Yes.
Okay, then what Fee is going to do is Fee is going to take their glaive and sort of face it upwards so their palm is facing towards the ceiling, and they're going to hit a little button which puts out a tiny little, looks like a spout, and from that spout, fire rockets out as she casts a firebolt. Does a 13 hit?
Trying to find the AC. Yes.
That's 9 spicy hamages. Got that cayenne in it.
9 hamages. That's a lot of hamages. That's a lot of hamages. Yeah, and this thing is bloodied again. Next up is Hippodamo.
I'm going to buy everyone time. Somebody go run and get the survivors. And as I say that, I'm going to take off my holy symbol of knots, throw it on the ground like a gauntlet, and use my channel divinity to champion challenge. So I would like to pick every hostile creature that I can see within 30 feet of me. All of them need to make me a DC 12 wisdom save.
They all fail.
Okay. All of the creatures that failed cannot willingly move more than 30 feet away from me until I die or am incapacitated.
Oh, that's so good. How long does this last?
The effect ends on the creature if I am incapacitated, if I die, or if it gets forcibly moved more than 30 feet away. There is no other time limit.
Damn, that's really good. Is that homebrew? Is that like just a regular?
No, this is Oath of the Crown, baby. This is.
Damn. Okay. Arlo.
No, that's my bonus action.
Wait, that's your bonus
I'm gonna
action?
draw my halberd. Yeah, that's a bonus action. Oh yeah, we're cooking with gas with fucking Oath of the Crown here.
Oh, cooking with grease.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up and attack the eel with my halberd.
Roll to hit.
14 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is only 5. Oh no, wait! I reroll 1s and 2s, don't I?
If you have Great Weapon Master.
Yes, I do. Ha! I reroll 2s. Nice. I rolled another 2.
But do you reroll the 2 anyways?
No, Great Weapon only. Yeah, you always take the second result. So 5 slashing. And fuck it, I'll use my last spell slot. I'll smite this thing.
Fuck it all.
That was plus 11 radiant, so 16 total.
Damn, that hurts this thing real bad. Wow. Now it's Arlo's turn.
I'll look quickly to Bon and just go, where are they? Where did you hear the voices?
I point to where I heard them from.
It's behind this creature. You'd have to run through its zone to get there, but you could get there. Well, you could start going there.
Oh, but I don't, though. First of all, I'm going to use a sorcery point to quicken a Chaos Bolt. So I will cast it as a bonus action. And I will go ahead and make a spell attack. That is going to be a 19 plus 6 is a 25 to hit.
Against the eel or against the...
Yeah, against the eel.
Against the eel, okay. Understandable.
I assume that hits.
Yeah.
That would be scary if for some reason it suddenly didn't.
Yeah, that'd be kind of wild.
It's just going to be 8 damage, but it is going to be psychic damage. Sure. What the hell?
Why not? Dare I say why not?
It's got a brain. It may not have eyeballs, but it has a brain, presumably.
Does it have a somatic component?
It does, yes. Yeah, so it'll be very similar to how I cast it before, but the damage is going to be quite a bit different to the point where, again, you don't see it happen necessarily, at least on my end, until it hits this thing.
Roll me a charisma save.
12 plus 4 is 16.
You cast the spell as normal.
Okay, and then for my action, since that was now a bonus action, I am going to use my ability Incursion Step. So this is one of my marked abilities, and I am going to step into a space 30 feet away, ignoring obstacles and walls in my way. It has to be a space that I would otherwise be able to stand in, but I don't have to see it. So I will stand stock still, and suddenly it seems like I just disappear. I glitch out of reality. There's like a shimmer in my place, and then if you can see behind this creature, you'll see me appear 30 feet over there. But if not, it really just appears like I disappeared.
And I think from Arlo's perspective, what it looks like is like you're thinking, and then suddenly clearer than the sun of day, there's a passage. You know there's a passage right in front of you. You can feel, that little presence in the back of your head, and you just take a step forward. It's like walking through oil. It's like a gem dropped in oil as you kind of like walk through this liminal space in reality itself and just appear on the other side. I believe it's Genevieve.
So I see Arlo fucking vanish, and Genevieve will call out, Arlo, are you still here, or did something else happen?
I'm over here. All good.
Well, that's something. I am going to, as an object interaction, could I pick up the coins?
One object, not 5.
I'll pick up one of the coins. Alright, here's the idea that I have, Clark, and I want you to tell me if this is something I can do. I want to, charge it with a shocking grasp and then throw the coin at the beast.
I think that is beyond your abilities. The arcing I allowed for certain reasons. I think charging the coin, not as possible.
Alright, well, I'll tuck it into my shirt, and I'll just cast Mind Sliver on the eel.
That's a nat 1.
Alright, 3 psychic damage, and subtract a d4 from its next saving throw that it makes before the end of my next turn.
3 psychic damage. This thing is on death's door.
Knock, knock.
1 good hit is all it needs.
That's all I got.
Bon.
Alright, this is why I saved a key point, baby. I got 3 chances for a good hit.
Can you get that one good hit?
Alright, first hit is a 19.
That'll hit. Roll your damage.
That is 4 plus 4 is 8.
How do you want to do this?
Copywritten.
Sorry. How do you fictioneer this thing's death?
While it's distracted by my dear friend Hippodamo, I take advantage of that and climb up it, take the braid, kind of whip it around, grab it, so it's hanging kind of its mouth, and I just pull. I pull as hard as I can, just ripping the braid from its jaws just up.
Yeah, and I think as you're doing it, it's like slamming against an impenetrable barrier. You see number 4 repeated over and over in this kind of golden luminescent light as Hippodamo's challenge literally bars his strength moving further away, and you just pull and you pull and you pull.
I brace up against the invisible wall to get a little more torque on it.
Everybody who's not Bond can give me a perception check.
That's a 3.
I'm not even gonna bother saying what that is. That's so bad.
I'm gonna roll disadvantage because I think Genevieve is a little distracted by Bon.
During the fight, my gi top got ripped off a little bit, so his little chest exposed,
It's the pecs.
The black ichor kind of splattered,
100%, yeah.
Did anyone roll above a 12?
I rolled below a 12.
I rolled an 8.
I rolled exactly a 12.
Oh, hey, Arlo.
Arlo, on exactly a 12, you watch as like part of this whip almost seems to like unravel and starts to like grab onto the eel itself. As this thing falls to the ground, dead. The two... Oh man. Hippodamo, the fact that you did this is huge. The two anglermen slam and slam and slam against the wall. There is some force beyond the physical that holds that they just keep on bouncing off of. And they're just going to keep on using their action and their movement to try to get away because they don't understand what is happening because they cannot see.
They just know Mom is in pain.
Also, we'll go out of initiative. Like, these things are, they're newborn. They don't understand what's happening, right? I think without the quote-unquote mother, we can gloss over exactly how they die. I assume they die.
While everyone else is wrapping that up, I'm running in the direction that Bon was pointing.
You kind of like round a corner around a pool, and you see there's like a group of survivors. They're in these woven cages, again, made out of this rough leather. You can give me an Arcana check, actually, Mark.
Not great. That's gonna be a 10 from me.
There is something magical about this leather, for sure. Like the way it is constructed, the way it was built, you could probably tell it is beyond the capabilities of a mere anglerman. That you can easily tell.
I'm gonna run over and join Arlo. And when I do and I see this leather, can I pull out my leatherworking tools and take a look at this to see if I can dismantle this?
Arlo, are you going to tell the Fee that it is magical?
I will. I'll communicate that I think it's magical. But this is as I'm trying with my bladed staff. It's not a glaive, it's a bladed staff. It's a long pole with a blade on the end that is not a glaive. And I am going to be starting to, like, try to cut this leather as I'm saying, I think it's magical.
So inside this cage, there is a group of people. You see one incursion-touched person. Their head is literally a cloud. You can see part of it is kind of like starting to petrify. They're kind of laying down on the ground. They're clearly incapacitated. Arlo, you'd clock this instantly. You see a pin on them that marks that they are part of the staff of the Cartographers Guild. There's another person in priestly robes, and they're kind of like nursing this incursion-touched person. This person is human. Their gender is ambiguous. There is an Grecian man, and he kind of like stands against the cage, kind of like self-assured, hands against his back, just kind of waiting, very poised. Next to him is an Grecian woman, kind of in robes that look as if they were inspired by the style in Psychnosia, so like very ornate, very, maybe a little bit too pompous, but it's like older, you know, it's ratty a little bit. Definitely some sort of mage, has a spell book, whole 9 yards. And then there is an official in a typical Kalamkari getup. They're very clearly a government worker. They've got the hat, which is kind of like a conical hat that has a flat top. The robes are very, very plain and without blemish, magically so. Their skin is kind of like a crimson red and has little squiggles like going down it like waves. This was clearly the person who yelled in Kalamkari for help.
So Arlo, like, working at the leather and, like, telling me about that, is that mechanically giving me the help action, or am I on my own on this?
I mean, to cut this leather would require to understand the nature of the magical curse upon it.
Should I do an Arcana check?
Roll me a Constitution saving throw, actually, as you start to work on this leather.
That is going to be a 13.
You feel a jolt of electricity as like, oh, I shouldn't be cutting this.
Got it. Fee, upon feeling that, is going to look around and see if there is, like, a clear power source or if this is something that is just, like, enchanted by its own right.
Roll me an Arcana check.
That is a 14.
A power source is not necessarily visible. Sometimes things are powered by the actions that created them themselves. The very words you use to, as you are weaving something, are themselves the battery. So if there is a power source, based off of how this thing is woven, it is very clearly, it does not require anything external to punish or to anything like that. It contains and it keeps people out based off of the way it was created. There's nothing you can do to shut this off, short of like dispel magic or some other creative solution to get around it. Or perhaps understanding better the magical nature of the enchantment.
Does it visibly have a door?
It does not. It is just a bunch of weaving. It is like a woven cage, kind of like a spherical woven cage of rough leather.
I'm going to call out, Genevieve, I'd love for your take on this.
Genevieve, who picked up her coins and is now slowly walking over.
The kind of like cleric garbed one, they kind of like turn to you like, oh good, thank goodness, oh my goodness. I'm so grateful that you were able to find us. We need to get out of this cage. We've been here for days.
Days?
Hold on. Yes, what did you say? Days?
Yeah, I guess Hippodamo and Bond the last to enter the room as we kind of like walk in on that.
We're going to get you out of here as fast as we can once we figure out how to open this thing.
Anyone can give me a medicine check.
I'm trained. It's a 14.
A 14 would definitely see like these people are dehydrated. Severely dehydrated.
Time must work differently in this incursion. We need to get out quickly. Here. Can I slip my water skin through the cage?
No, you can't. Like, as you do it, the little jolt, shock, take 1 lightning damage.
Ah.
If it is any consolation, if they've been here for days, then time has hardly passed outside of here.
Oh, yes, you're right. Well, but, you wizards figure it out. We need to get out of here. We need to get them out of there. These people are going to die of dehydration.
I don't suppose you poor people saw how they did this.
Yes, who took you here? How did you get in this? I kind of try to get closer and get a better look.
Yeah, the Grecian man says, you recognize this as a man named Kamra Hippodamo. He works for the Public Rescue Service occasionally. We were just digging in the firmament, and we found a passage. We came here, and we were attacked. I think we're all fine. If you can just get us out of this cage, we'll be able to get out of here all fine. And Hippodamo, I'm so grateful you're here.
Do I know this person at all? This is...
You definitely know... You've met this person before. Roll me a history check.
It's +0, so just a 13.
Yeah, you've met this person before. They did not seem to like you. As we recall, the party you were with the previous day, he was in that party. He's kind of a jerk.
An anglerfish within an anglerfish. I see. Everyone back away.
Whoa. What's...
Like the lights on their heads, you think?
This is bait.
If it's bait, we don't want to open this thing.
What? Why?
I mean, don't we want to save them?
A fellow Grecian, happy to see me? Of all people.
I don't know, you're a fine fellow.
Been in here for days, claiming to dig into an incursion. That's not how any of this works.
As you're saying that, the Kalamkari man does not speak a word of cartographer's common. Is like begging in Kalamkari. Get me out of here. We have been stuck here for days. Actually, and he's gonna roll a history check. How easy would it be to identify your family based off of their skin pattern?
Mine? Lightning bolt cracks in the family pattern. So,
not particularly hard, I would imagine. We are a pretty notable family.
I'm from House Turvan. I was here as part of a Kalamkari diplomatic force.
Are you lying to me?
You are House Hanuman. Please, I know you are a good house.
What do you know of House Hanuman, eh?
Last I heard, House Hanuman was sent towards Kurvan province, though I heard rumors that after their arrival they were sent even further east, perhaps even to northeast Signos province. And he rattles off a few of the tapestries your father made.
Yeah, I would like to roll an insight check, because when we were crossing, they used the voice of my father, and now this guy is bringing a bunch of specific stuff about my dad. I think something's amiss.
I would like to cast Detect Thoughts.
All right, Marq, roll me a charisma saving throw.
You got it. Not very good. That was a 4, 5, 6, 7. Total of 7.
You feel as you kind of have an out-of-body experience. You watch your arm, which is not your arm, dissociated from you, cast this spell. Put your hand against your head, kind of like as a third eye. There was this kind of feeling, like before you cast it, you knew someone here was lying, and it wasn't the sort of instinct of street smarts. It's not from any experience you had. It's something deeper in this earth that tells you that there is a liar here. And So when you cast Detect Thoughts, through that force in the earth, no intuition of your own, you penetrate each mind. They cannot make a saving throw. The Grecian man talking to you, there are two minds in his head. One where his head is, and one where his throat is.
You've been listening to Fictioneers Presents Weave. This episode, Too Many Legs, featured performances by Diego Camanguian as Bon, Julia Pisello Duga as Hippodamo, Marq Schuling as Arlo, TJ Martin as Fee, Zelda Migneron as Genevieve, and Clark Nichols as our loving and benevolent chef. This episode was produced by Zelda Migneron. It was edited by Julia Pisello Duga, sound designed by TJ Martin, and scored by Zelda Migneron with additional music by Julia Pisello Duga and TJ Martin. Weave features art by Marq Schuling. The YouTube version was edited by Zelda Migneron with art by Marq Schuling and Julia Pisello Duga. If you enjoyed this episode, leave us a like or a comment and subscribe to get notified when future episodes release. Share us online and rate us on iTunes or Spotify. Follow us on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and TikTok at Fictioneers Podcast. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time on Weave.